Hi friends, my name is Claire. Thank you for clicking on this video. This is not something I've done before, but I wanted to give it a try. It's been something that's kind of been in the back of my mind since I started this channel. Today I'm going to do a video where I'm basically comparing my old makeup routine and why it didn't work versus my current makeup routine and why I like it better. So there are some pretty solid mistakes that I used to make and embarrassingly enough did them for way too long. So I want to share that today. Hopefully if you're watching this, you can avoid the same mistakes that I did because looking back on pictures of like high school and college, my makeup was not hot. So that's a little bit of what I'm going to be doing today. First of all, I've already put on like my first layer, which is foundation. And then I want to get into the first makeup mistake I used to make, which was my under eye concealer. I used to just do like literally right here under my eye. And then one day, not that long ago, a friend told me I want to do like the triangle down my cheek because that just helps like illuminate and make it look more vibrant and bright. So you're probably not actually going to be able to see the difference through the camera, but I'm going to try. So this is what I used to do, just like that. And then what my friend advised me to do is more of like a triangle shape. And I'm not really much of a beauty blender person. I just don't find that they work very well, but I've been trying to get myself to use them more lately because everybody hypes them up so much, so I'm like, there must be something good about them. But I'm gonna use my finger with this one because that's what I used to do. And then the triangle one, I will use the beauty blender. And I know I'm technically supposed to dampen the beauty blender first before I use it. That's also part of why I don't like it so much because I just hate the way that that wet feels on my face when I'm putting makeup on. It just feels like counterproductive to me. I feel like it doesn't help the makeup spread or blend. I don't know. And I also, when I put on like liquid foundation, I use my hands instead of a beauty blender or any type of brush, just because like your hands have the warmth of your body. So it's gonna help it blend into your face better. At least that's what I've heard from people that know what they're doing when it comes to makeup. And that's what I found works best for me. So here's the way I used to do it. Here's the way I do it now. I think the triangle helps mostly because it causes the concealer to take up more of my cheek and my face versus this one, it's more of like a cut off like right here. So this side I think just looks better. The second thing that I have found really helps through the years is putting a powder over the concealer to make it stay in place. I used to not do this, and this is just like one of those things I do that helps my makeup hold all day. Because if you're gonna put in all the effort of doing your makeup, it better stay through the day. So what I do now, what I used to do. Since I am going out in public after this, I don't want to look uneven, so I'm gonna go back in and like even out this side, but you can definitely actually see more than I was expecting the difference. Like this side looks more oily and like you can really see my under eye, whatever's going on down there, wrinkles, I guess, I don't know, crevices. And then this side is just more kind of smooth looking. So this is actually, I realized I forgot to say this is a setting powder. So it quite literally sets your makeup and holds it in place. It's a Clinique brand. I'm a Clinique girl. I started wearing makeup in like 7th grade, and my mom took me to a department store that had a Clinique. There was a woman working, and she kind of sat me down and like walked me through all the steps of using makeup because I didn't know what I was doing. And I haven't strayed too far from many of the Clinique products. I used pretty much everything I use today is still the stuff I got started with back in the day. The next thing that I do now that I didn't used to do was priming my eyelids before I put eyeshadow on. What this does is it kind of like makes the color stand out more, and it definitely makes it hold through the whole day. So it's just like this liquid primer that you put on your eyelids first, and then you put the eyeshadow over that. I don't really wear eyeshadow that much. I guess I don't really wear makeup that much. Like on the daily, I usually just do like a tinted moisturizer and mascara, but if I get all done up and I do eyeshadow, I always put a primer under it. I've also been told that it's best to use your ring finger when you do any type of like makeup application around your eyes, because it's the most delicate finger. And, you know, the skin around your eyes is pretty delicate, so you want to take care of it. I wasn't planning on talking about this, but it just popped into my head. I used to not know you were supposed to tap eyeshadow like that to get the excess off. I just go straight into doing the eyeshadow. And so it would like kind of trickle down and just powder my face. And if it was like a darker brown or like a funky color eyeshadow, it would get all over my face. And that was always frustrating. I remember in college one time I went to a social gathering and somebody was like, "Claire, your under eyes are looking a little dark." And I looked in the mirror, and it was basically eyeshadow that had powdered down onto my face, and I hadn't really noticed it. And it just was like chilling on my under eyes, so it looked like I hadn't gotten any sleep. It was kind of embarrassing. These colors that I'm using right now are pretty light, which I didn't think about. They're not showing up super great on camera, but so the eyelid I just did had primer on it. This one doesn't. I'm just doing eyeshadow. So you can see the difference. This one's definitely brighter and just kind of pops more. And then this one just kind of blends more. It honestly doesn't really look like I even put eyeshadow on that eye. But I think that's mostly the camera going on. So I guess if you were wanting a more natural eyeshadow look, if you didn't use primer, that might be the look you're going for, I guess. So that's the difference between those two, what I used to do, what I do now. And again, like I said, since I'm going out in public, I'm gonna actually go back through and even it out. Next mistake that I used to make, this is the biggest one. I did this from when I started makeup in 7th grade up through my like halfway through my junior year of college. And I knew at the time it didn't look great, but I would try not to do it, and that looked even worse to me. And what I would do is I would take mascara, or not mascara, I would take eyeliner and go all the way around my whole eye. I think pretty much every girl has been there at some point. Unfortunately, mine just lasted like years and years instead of just like junior high or whatever. So I still to this day have so many pictures basically from when I was 14 to 22 where I would do the raccoon eye. And I have a liquid eyeliner now. I used to do like the charcoal eyeliner. And this is black. I actually use brown more now because black is so harsh, but I want this to show really well on camera. So it's kind of hard doing this in my phone. And, you know, who knows, in 5 years, I might look back on this and be like, wow, that looked really bad. But this is what I have found works for me now. I'll just do like the corner of my eye, upper and lower lid. And it still like helps it pop a little bit, but not like my whole eye. I don't know. I think doing eyeliner all the way around your eyes makes them look smaller anyway. And if you're doing just the corners, or some people do like just the upper lid and not the lower at all, and I think that works too, but I don't like that one as much on me. And it just like kind of makes your eyes look bigger and broader and brighter. So this is what I do now. Like I said, I actually use brown more than black just because that color suits me a little bit better because I'm so pale. Wow. This is interesting getting this close and personal. Knowing I'm being recorded, it's kind of daunting. And I'm not gonna do my eyeliner all the way around on this eye because I'm about to leave, but just thought I would share. Maybe I'll put a picture in. I'll do that. Insert picture here of Claire with like raccoon eyes all around. Yeah, it wasn't good. I know. So then is mascara. I guess for this, I would say I've never made any major mistakes with mascara. I've always used pretty high quality mascara, which you need to do if you want it to look good, in my opinion. So I guess this is the one thing I've never made any major mistakes with, makeup-wise. Oops. Nothing irks me more than mascara going where you don't want it to go, like in your eyebrows. Oh. Upsetting. Oh my gosh, I just did it again. I'm not used to doing my makeup through the screen of my phone. I'm used to a mirror. Okay, and then another thing I do now that I didn't used to do is a setting spray. Or I guess it's called a hydration spray, but it's supposed to, again, help your makeup set. And I actually have a major problem if I don't use like the setting powders, the setting sprays by the end of the day. My makeup looks like crap. So again, if you're gonna put the time and effort in to do your face, you want it to last all day. So most people like spraying their face with this stuff, but I struggle so much spraying it and not like wincing as it hits me because it's just cold. So okay, I'm gonna try my best. Okay. Also with this, you want to get one that is more than $5. I first started getting the really cheap ones, like in between $5 and $10, and they didn't really do a whole lot, but this one was above the $10 range, and it works pretty well. Jane Iredale. All right, and finally, my number one thing that I didn't used to do that I do now is when I wash my face at night, I clean it with a toner. And when I guess I do it both morning and night. Every time I wash my face, I follow it up with a toner. And then this is again, Clinique brand, because I'm a Clinique girl, but this one is the only one I have found that has worked on my skin. I've tried getting the non-alcohol kind, and they just don't do the job. Like, then I go over it again with this, and there's makeup still on the cleansing wipe. So I don't love that I use an alcohol-based toner, but this is the only one I've been able to find that works for me. So if you have any advice in that department, please let me know. I think this was just eye-opening because it helped me realize how much makeup is still left on my face after I wash it. Because if you go over your face with this after washing it, there's still crud that was there that wasn't like naked to the, or didn't show up for the naked eye. And then lastly, with the lips, I don't usually wear anything on my lips other than chapstick, but I do want to share this trick because I have done it for like 5 years. Back when matte lips were having their moment, I discovered this trick, and I still do it sometimes, even though I don't know if matte lips are still in. But if I use like a more bold color like this, then I'll go over it with some powder. So I really like this color, but I would never wear this bold of a lip out in public. So what I do is I take setting powder that, you know, I use to set my concealer, and I just dab my finger in it, and I go over my lips with it, and it makes it look more matte. Like, it kind of just makes the bright fuchsia color go away. You just kind of tap over it. The only problem with this is once you do it, you can't really reapply your lips because they have the powder on it. But the good news is it stays pretty well. And I do this with a lot of different lip colors, but this one, it shows the best on camera, so. So it just makes it, you know, more matte looking. So it's still like the bright pink that stands out, but it's just, I don't know, I just feel like it looks better. Okay, that's enough of that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for sticking with me through my first makeup tutorial video. I don't know. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks again for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.